So hello, today I will be chatting with Niki Portman, and Niki was one of our recent participants at a 3-month program that we did with Great Portland Estate, so with GPE. So GPE put this program on for their employees, Niki, so today we're just going to be chatting really about your thoughts on the program and kind of life after the program. So really appreciate you taking the time out to share your experiences with us.
Thank you.
So if we start off, Niki, if you want to just tell me why you decided to take part in the program, what were you hoping to get out of it?
So yeah, I mean, when the program first came about, I was kind of more interested in him because, I mean, sort of prior to COVID, I was quite an active person, quite into diet, and had a really good routine. And kind of COVID come along, working from home, lockdown, just kind of knocked it all out of me really. And I was really struggling to find that momentum going again. So I saw the program. I thought I'd kind of give it a go. And yeah, to be fair, it was it was the right move for me really.
Yeah, you kind of mentioned previously that you just felt, like a little bit out of sorts, as you say,
Yeah, I wasn't feeling myself, certainly. Yeah, I certainly wasn't feeling the same. I was sure most people were struggling during that period. So yeah, it kind of gave me a little bit of the motivation and boost I needed really.
Brilliant. So what were kind of some of the main changes that you made?
So main changes I made really was I started introducing breakfast, which is something I never really did before. I used to kind of always be in a rush, skip breakfast, sometimes didn't eat till sort of 1, 2 o'clock, maybe later. And then by that stage, I was so hungry, I'd just kind of gorge on anything in sight. So introducing breakfast has been great because, I kind of have a good breakfast, feel like I've got more energy. And then the rest of my meals throughout the day are smaller, and I benefit definitely from a sustained energy level rather than kind of just dipping as the day goes on. And yeah, that's been the main benefit for me really.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of mentioned in the questionnaire that your energy kind of remained constant, as well as
Yeah.
you didn't really necessarily experience a slump. So were you kind of experiencing a slump in the afternoon?
Yeah, certainly. I found sort of eating, because I wasn't eating all day. When I ate so much food in one go, I was ready for bed after that.
Yeah, yeah,
That was
yeah,
such a big
yeah.
meal. I was like, right, now I'm ready to go to sleep. So yeah, while my body's actively trying to digest all that food, I was trying to sort of get through the rest of the day.
So what do you think so other than just having a regular breakfast, do you feel like, was there anything else that you particularly helped with your energy?
Yeah, so I think introducing the protein, make sure I sort of base my food with protein in every meal would made a good difference. I didn't realize just by introducing protein, kind of how much it fills you up and stops you feeling hungry. I always thought it was the other way around. It sort of carbs would be where you're filling food and sort of kept you full. But actually, I found it kind of leaning more towards protein. Yeah, it's definitely made me feel a lot fuller throughout the day, which has been a great help. Another big thing was reducing my caffeine intake because I was quite, that's probably why I never ate so much during the day, because I was drinking so much coffee throughout the day. I wasn't feeling hungry. So yeah, and again, I used to sort of peaks and troughs throughout the day, and I kind of knew I needed another coffee. So I'd be up again and that'd wear off. So I'd have another coffee, and it was a vicious circle. So kind of been sticking to one coffee in the morning as I wake up. And then it's quite hard to come off that. So I've been just kind of having decaf to trick my body to think I'm having a coffee. But yeah, I haven't getting that again. That's helped with that afternoon slump and that constant energy level, I feel.
Okay, yeah, I mean, that was kind of going to be my next question to you, really, was obviously that was your biggest challenge, was trying to come off the caffeine, and what was your and how did you kind of overcome that? So you kind of substituted it with decaf. Were there any other kind of swaps that you made that helped with that, or was it mainly just the decaf?
So if I really, really fancy, I do go for a decaf. But if not, I've kind of moved on to peppermint tea and green tea, which I quite like actually, which I was surprised at. Yeah, so yeah, quite like that. So yeah, I've sort of moved on to that really. But yeah, I think mainly it's the switching to the decaf because I kind of feel like I'm having a coffee. The smell's there, the taste is
the
there.
taste,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. But then yeah, I'm
Okay.
getting the caffeine dip, which is great.
And that's something you've been able to maintain since the program's finished?
Some days are harder than others. Yeah,
Yeah.
if I've sort of had a rough night's sleep, or it's a busy day. I'll probably have and you know, an extra one in the day. But yeah, I tend to only stick to 2 or 3 at the absolute max.
Max, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
okay. And then Niki, you've also kind of, you mentioned, that you found kind of that the contents of the course really engaging and informative, but most importantly, fun. Do you want to kind of just elaborate on that element a little bit? And I think the reason I'm bringing it up is that I think it's so important, because often maybe this might be someone might kind of sit on the fence about joining such a program, because you think, you're going to have the nutritional therapist standing up there in front of you telling you what you need to stop eating, and kind of really, it feels like it might be quite kind of stringent, whereas it's really nice to hear that you felt that there was an element of fun in the program.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the main bonus for me for the program was, I mean, there's a lot of information out there to read, digest. A lot of it's contradictory to something you read before, so it's kind of quite hard to sort of get the right information. The fact of having you guys do presentations, anything you're uncertain for, you've got that opportunity there to ask the questions, to talk it through, and get a better understanding. The fact that you guys are very engaging and quite fun as well, which is brilliant. The course is not, weren't so strict as you say. It was quite just telling you how you can make small changes to make big differences. It wasn't a strict, you've got to cut this, you've got to cut that. It was just kind of giving us the facts on what you get from eating this and what you get from eating that, and giving you the choice to make yourself, really. And you kind of see the facts and, see the figures there, and you go, it does give you food for thought without you guys actually dictating what we should and shouldn't do, really. So I found it, it's quite, it's very good for you to be able to just take that in yourself and digest it and take what you wanted from it, really.
Yeah, no, that's really good to hear, because obviously that's what we hope to achieve. So it's good to hear that we are. We also, in this 3-month program, we have a WhatsApp group. So those that wanted to kind of join in the WhatsApp group, and I know you were a good contributor to the content in there. How did you find that?
Yeah, that was really helpful, actually, because as again, through the process, when there was certain decisions you was going to make on food or information you needed, you guys on hand. It was kind of, like a 24/7 personal assistant there to just give you that information and that knowledge that you guys needed. And it was quite fun being engaged with the other guys as well. It got a little bit competitive on the competition, so everyone was kind of trying to do their best to give the best recipes and best dinners and kind of show off what they're doing. It does help kind of push you along, and the community was great because everyone, when it was so supportive, it really sort of encouraged you and kept you on the right track, really.
Brilliant. Yeah, it did get quite humorous at times, didn't it?
It was a really good addition, actually. Really good.
So I suppose on that note, what would you then say to anyone who might be considering joining such a program, who maybe not quite sure about it? What would you say to them?
I'd certainly say give it a go. You've got nothing to lose, really. You're just more to gain. It's you'll get all the information you need, and you can kind of take away what you want from it. There's so many different things you guys offer and talk about, from sleep to diets to all sorts, to mental health, everything on there. So, even if there's some parts that you don't quite like, there will definitely be something that you can take away to implement in your life to make yourself a little bit healthier, or make yourself feel a little bit better mentally and physically. So it is definitely something I would recommend. And it's not as frightening as it sounds, because
exactly.
the way it's constructed is very sort of open and easy going.
Fantastic.
No frightful changes in one go. It's quite easy.
Exactly. I mean,
I actually found out I'm eating more than I was before by following your guys plan. I was actually, when I looked at it, I wasn't really eating enough. So I'm actually eating more, just of the right thing. So
and that's all kind of contributing to improved kind of energy and just sense of well-being.
But better, massively better mood, better concentration, better well-being, just feel a little bit more happier, a bit more positive. So I mean, they were kind of the main gains. I've kind of motivated again into exercise. So I was up at 5 a.m. this morning for a morning run just before work, which I've just got the energy to do it. So I'm sticking with it, feeling good.
Fantastic. Well done. And then what would you say to an organization who, you know, is maybe considering incorporating a 3-month program, or any kind of program that we offer? What would you, you know, say to them?
Yeah, I think it'd be a really good move, because it kind of how I felt when GP offered it to us was they kind of do care about our well-being. They want us to, you know, they want us to feel better. They want us to be healthier. And the fact that they was willing to invest that money in us to do that was really, yeah, it's nice to know that they kind of cared that much. So it does have a good impact on how you feel
Yeah,
towards a company.
yeah,
Obviously, the benefits are everybody's a lot more happier, motivated. A good part of it was, again, when you say setting up the WhatsApp groups and having the group conversations with yourself, I engaged with people in the company, in the business, that I hadn't normally engaged with, because they're in different departments or they do a different part. So it sort of made me, it opened up avenues to sort of introduce to other people as well within the organisation, which you don't normally do. You kind of see people in the office, you might nod or wave, but never get that chance to sit down and have a conversation with people. So yeah, I've kind of made more friends within the organisation for it.
yeah. Fantastic. That's really great. And we actually also had the opportunity for the final session. Julie was able to come in and do the talk in sleep on sleep in person, and she also managed to do some body composition testing. And how did you find that?
Yeah, personally, I found it was really good actually. I was quite I was quite pleased with the results,
Yeah,
showing what my anabolic age is, which is a lot less than I am. So
yeah,
I'm happy with that. I was in the healthy parameters, which is good. So
mm,
it was nice to have that as a good starting point from now. And then I've got sort of a lot of granular details kind of track going forward. You know, with body fat.
mm.
There was so much
Muscle.
information.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I can kind of use that, you know, when I get a test in 3 months' time or so, to kind of see where I've gone from there to there, because you can't always just weigh yourself, because you know, your weight oscillates,
That's
you
it.
know, throughout the day.
Yeah,
So,
it doesn't give you what that weight's made out of. So
no,
made
exactly,
up
yeah.
of. Yeah, yeah.
So
That's
yeah,
great.
it's good to have that. I think some people were quite shocked having it done, but hopefully it kind of give them the kick up the bottom that they needed. So
Yeah.
yeah,
But
it was very,
it also adds to that fun element a little bit, I think. I'm sure it created quite a buzz around the office as well.
yeah, it
It
was.
it usually does, yeah. So, and then in terms of kind of, you know, we handed out a lot of recipes, and you were actually saying something to me earlier. You were saying, you know, I haven't really tried all the recipes, but you've taken elements of that. So do you want to just tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so it's kind of followed the recipes from point to point, but there's a lot of things I've kind of taken elements of. If I like certain parts of food but nothing else, I kind of just mixed and matched them to suit myself, really. One thing I like was the smoothies, because I said where I missed breakfast before, it takes me a while. I never really feel hungry in the morning, so I'm slowly now getting there, waking up to feel hungry. My body's getting used to it. But yeah, the smoothies was a great one for me, because I kind of just have a smoothie in the morning. It was easy to drink. It wasn't sort of consuming loads of food. So yeah, that's been, you know, the smoothies. But again, I've kind of mixed and matched parts from each smoothie recipe and kind of made my own, which I like the flavour of and the taste. So
Yeah.
again, it's so flexible what you can do and take from it. There's no sort of direct dictate on what you want. It's just loads of great information, and you kind of do what you want with it, really. You're quite flexible and free.
But yeah, absolutely. That's the aim. So you know, we appreciate that you've kind of taken that away from that. So yeah, Niki, I think that's it for today. And you know, really once again appreciate you taking your time out to speak to us today. And we hope that you can kind of maintain all these good habits that you've started or that you've created during the program.
No, and I'll just thank yourself for your support throughout the program. So it's really yeah, it's really given me the motivation again I needed to kind of get back to where I was before lockdown, sort of not to fall off skilled. So yeah, no, I really appreciate your help with everything. And yeah, you guys were great, very patient, always there to help. So yeah, it was brilliant. Thank you very
Great.
much.
Fantastic. Thanks, Niki.
Take care. Thank you.